What's up YouTube, photographer Ronix from ronnixphotography, and welcome to yet another retouching video. And today we're going to be retouching this image, and this image was taken using natural light. It was taken using my very first camera. It was taken using a Nikon D3300. I don't know if it is Nikon or Nikon, but let's go on with that. So this photo was taken using natural light, and it was taken using my very first camera. So we're going to be retouching this image. And as you can see, I already did the camera roll adjustments to this image. So we're going to start retouching this image, and we're going to be using frequency separation using a mixture brush tool, and we're going to be doing the eye whitening for this image, and we're going to color grade it to get that melanin kind of look, and we're going to do some little adjustments on her eyebrow. So let's start editing this image. And if you haven't subscribed, kindly hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notifications bell when you subscribe to this channel. So first of all, we're going to start by duplicating the background layer by clicking Ctrl J on the keyboard to duplicate the background layer. So we're going to come right here at the actions panel, and if you don't have this action, I already have my frequency separation video about how to create your own action, so check out on this channel for that video. So just come right here and you play the action, and since this image has so much detail, we are going to go in for a bigger radius. So I'm going to go in for around 10 as my radius, because you can use whatever radius you would like to use. I'm going to go in like around 10 or 11 for this image, so I'm going to go with 11. So click OK, and the action will continue playing. Yeah, and click continue. So just come right here and click this drop down icon. I'm going to close this. Click on your higher frequency and just come to adjustments and create a black and white layer on top of your higher frequency. So we really want something that is going to guide us when we are going to be doing the mixing of our skin tones, because we have so many uneven skin tones in this image. So what we are going to do, we are going to be blending these skin tones together so that we can harmonize them and have a uniform skin tone for this portrait. So when you open your black and white layer, just come to your reds and pull them all the way down. So we want something that is going to guide us when we're going to do the mixing of our skin tones for this model. So I think that is going to be fine. Select your lower frequency layer and come right here, look for your mixture brush tool. Mine is usually right here, but is always under the brushes option. You right click and look for it wherever it is, then make sure it is a clean brush. Drop down and clean the brush. Make sure this is unchecked, and make sure your wetness is at around 9 or 10, but for this image I'm going to use 10 as my wetness. The load I'm going to be using 75, the mix at 90, and the flow at 100. Make sure sample all layers is not checked. So you're going to start mixing the skin tones of this model. So make sure you are on your lower frequency layer, and when you're mixing, make sure you don't totally zoom in, because you may end up losing out on the facial structure of the model. So increase your brush and start doing the mixing, and make sure you're mixing on your lower frequency layer. So I'm not going to forward anything for this video. So what I'm doing right now, I'm trying to blend these skin tones together. Yeah, I'm just trying to harmonize, and I'm not dragging from the highlights to the shadows. So I'm making sure I remain within the borders or the boundaries of the skin tones I'm trying to do the mixing on. So right now I'm going to be showing you guys the before and after of our progress as we are doing the mixing of these skin tones. So right now we are doing the mixing. I know guys, it has been really long ever since I uploaded on this channel, but yeah, I'm back. So I hope the quarantine period is treating you guys well. Yeah, and I think guys, that's safe. So I'm doing the mixing of the skin tone, so I'm going to turn off the black and white layer so I can show you guys the progress so far. So this is the before after, as you can see right here, the makeup wasn't blending in well. So what we did, we are trying to do the mixing and blending it more with the skin. So I'm going to come right back here on her forehead and I'm going to mix there more. Yeah, and the good thing with this method of frequency separation, when you're using a mixer brush, we tend to retain so much detail in the photos. Yeah, and we end up getting something really natural and something that is not plastic. So I'm going to come right down to the nose area and I'm going to blend. As you're seeing how I'm mixing, I'm remaining in the mid-tones alone. I'm mixing them alone. The highlight, as you can see on this nose, yeah, the nose bridge, I'm mixing that alone, and the shadows alone. So make sure you don't drag because you may end up distorting the facial structure of this model. So I'm going to come right to the nose and I'm going to continue blending these skin tones together. So right now we're on the cheek area. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm really going too fast with this retouching. I just don't want this video to be very long because some of you guys may get bored along the way. So right now we are trying to blend these skin tones together, as you can see. So guys, if you are watching and haven't subscribed to this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notifications bell when you do subscribe so that you don't miss out on new videos on this channel. So what we are doing right now, we are doing the frequency separation and we are using the mixture brush tool. Yeah, there are so many ways, but I found this one to be fast enough because it is way faster than the dodging and burning, and it is really effective. So because for dodging and burning, you have, for the micro dodging and burning, you have to go on every single detail of the skin and try to even it more. So you may end up taking around 2 hours on a particular image. So I found this really effective. So let me show you guys the progress so far. So this is the before after. As I told you at the very beginning, when we are doing the mixing, make sure you don't totally zoom in. Just make sure you retain your image the way someone is going to be looking at it. So before after, and you can see at the beginning I did not remove my blemishes first because when you're doing a mixing of the image, we tend to flatten more of these blemishes. So by the time we are removing the blemishes, we shall have less work to do. So I'm going to come right here, I'm going to double click and I'm going to do some adjustments here because I want to see these, the areas I'm going to do the mixing on. The more, come back, click on your lower frequency. So as you can see, for some of the areas right on the model screen, most of them right here down, like below her chin, I'm going to zoom in because I really want to mix this area so well. So I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to blend and harmonize these skin tones below her chin. So yeah, we continue doing the mixing. Yeah, there are so many frequency separation methods on YouTube, but this is really nice and effective because at the end of the day you tend to get the best results and the skin is going to remain in its natural form. So right now I'm doing the blending of these skin tones together. As you can see right here, I'm trying to over mix this area because it has so many uneven skin tones. So I'm going to come right back up here on the eyeshadows. I'm going to try to blend them more. As you can see, let me show you guys the progress so far for this image. So this is the before, before, after. You can see it is really subtle, but the results are really evident in this portrait. So I'm going to darken it the more. I'm going to select my lower frequency, zoom in, because I want to mix this particular area between the model's eyebrows and blend it the more. So reduce your brush size by using the brackets on your keyboard. So right now we are doing the blending of these three skin tones. So I'm going to come right back on the forehead and I'm going to blend it the more, because the makeup on the forehead really wasn't blended so much by the makeup artist, and this was a quick shot. As I told you, we used natural light for this particular image. So right now this is the progress. Let me show you guys the progress on the forehead area. So this is the before, after. You can see how it has blended in right now. So I'm going to continue mixing because I really want to blend this cheek area, and I'm not going to turn off my black and white layer this time because I want to perfect this area. So because I want to mix it the way someone is going to be looking at it at the end of the day. So I'm going to mix and blend that the more. I think this is really nice and okay. So what I'm going to do right now, before I can go ahead with my frequency separation, let me mix one more time because we did not mix some areas right here and the eye socket, yeah, right here. Yeah, the reason as why we created the black and white layer was it really guides us when we are doing the mixing and the blending in of the skin tones. So yeah, so right now we are done with that. So I'm going to come right on our high frequency and I'm going to select my clone sample tool, or you can click S on your keyboard, and this time you're going to be dealing away with the blemishes on the model's skin. So increase your clone stamp using the brackets, click O to sample from where you want to pick, and remove, sample, remove, sample, remove, sample, remove, sample, remove, sample, remove, sample, remove. So as you can see, the blemishes are going away. So we are going to zoom in all the way to the model's forehead and we are going to sample still. So we are removing the blemishes from the model's skin. So I'm going to increase and I'm going to sample and remove. We are removing now the blemishes from the model's skin. Yeah, and I think the clone stamp really gives us the best results in this case. So we have something like a black spot here, so we are going to sample and we try to eliminate that too. Come here, sample, remove that. Yeah, so right now we're going to come to this area below her chin and we eliminate those little blemishes. So this is our progress right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start fixing this area on her eyebrows. So we're going to delete the black and white, select it and drag it down. So we're going to create a stamp visible layer by pressing Shift Ctrl Alt E on the keyboard to create a stamp visible layer, and I'm going to duplicate it, Ctrl J on the keyboard. Come and select your brush tool. Make sure black is on the foreground right here. Make sure black is on the foreground. So you're going to get a brush and make sure the opacity of the brush is around 30%. I'm going to zoom all the way in on this image, and I'm going to start drawing. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to make this other eyebrow the same size as this one. So I'm going to make it really small. I'm going to zoom all the way in, as you can see, and I'm going to start drawing. That is too big. Ctrl Z to undo. I'm going to start drawing. So I'm going to start drawing these eyebrows one by one. So you have to really take your time when you're doing this process, because at the end of the day you don't want to mess up whatever you have been doing for a couple of minutes. So you have to really be careful when you're doing this. So I'm drawing these eyebrows one by one, and I really want them to look as natural as possible. So as you can see, I am trying to draw them, because if you don't draw them, the image may not look as perfect as possible. So I'm trying to, what I'm doing, I'm trying to equalize this eyebrow with the one on my right hand side. So it may be my right hand side right now, but it is the left side eyebrow of this model. So I'm going to start, I'm going to continue drawing them. You can take your time, but for the purposes of this tutorial, I just want to show you how it is done. So let me show you guys. So this is the progress so far: before, after, before, after, before, after. So I'm going to come back right here, and this time I'm going to reduce on the opacity of our brush to around 19, and I'm going to come right and draw, because I want to extend this eyebrow right here, and I'm going to come back and put back my opacity to around 30%, and I'm going to zoom all the way in, and I'm going to continue drawing, reduce it, because I want it to be like the size of the hair on the eyebrows. So I'm going to continue drawing one by one, and you have to make sure you take your time and you don't rush this process. But I just want to show you guys, for the sake of tutorial, how this is done and how you can easily make your makeup perfect if you have the time on your hands. So I think this is really fine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys the before after. You can and try to fill in. You can come and try to fill in these little blanks on the model's eyebrows. So just want to show you guys how it is done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come and whiten the model's eyes. I'm going to come to filter, camera raw filter, and I'm going to be using the adjustment brush tool in camera raw. So I don't know why my PC is taking long to load my camera raw. But this is how it is done. And if at all you're learning something from this video, kindly hit the subscribe button and drop a comment in the comment section. So come to your adjustment brush, make sure your temperature is at -33, because we are removing the yellow color from the eyes. and the tint is at 69, the highlights +8, the whites +6, and the others are their defaults. Make sure the saturation is -85 because we are removing color from this image. Get your zoom tool, select and zoom the area you want to whiten, and start painting over that area. So make sure you remain within that white area of the eye because we don't want to make it look unnatural or unreal at the end of the day. So yeah, this is the image right now. Just come to this second eye, zoom in, select your adjustment brush and paint over the white area. Make sure you're really careful while doing this. As you can see, the eye is whitened and we are removing the color from this white area of the eye. So we are doing the eye whitening, and I'm trying to paint over these areas too because I want to get like a catchlight in the eyes of the model. So as you can see, the eyes are really white. I'm going to click OK. Yeah, and as it is loading, so right now this is the before after. You can see the difference right now. So what I'm going to do for this image, I'm not going to be doing I'm going to be doing a dodging and burning. So if at all you really want to continue, you can continue. So let me do the dodging and burning right now before I can color grade so that you guys can learn something. And I'm going to be using the curves adjustments layers on our Photoshop. So first of all, click curves and brighten. Then make sure this is selected, click Ctrl I on the keyboard to invert it. So we are going to name this dodge because when we are dodging, we dodge the highlights and we burn the shadows. So come back to your curves, then this time we are going to darken it. Ctrl I on the keyboard, and we are going to name this burn. So we're going to select these two. Ctrl G on the keyboard to group them, and make sure your burn is selected. Come back and you're going to click on black and white still, and this time we are going to darken it so much because we want to see the highlights and the shadows. So this will do. Come select your brush tool and make sure your opacity is really low. This time I'm going to use 10. Make sure you selected your dodge and make sure white is on the foreground because you're going to be painting on a black mask. So increase your brush, zoom in a little bit and enhance these highlights. As you can see, we are enhancing these highlighted areas on the model's face. So right now I'm going to come to my burn still, and I'm going to darken these shadows of the model's face. So what we are doing right now, we are darkening and brightening the areas of the model's face. So I'm going to darken this part too. So let me show you guys, turn off the black and white. I should get the before and after. Before, after. You can see how nice this really looks. So I'm going to delete the black and white. So right now we are going to color grade this image, and remember we are going in for that melanin kind of look for this image. So we want that dark melanin look. So come select your black and white adjustment layer and come to your blending and select multiply. So as you can see, it is really dark, and I'm going to come and reduce on the opacity. As you can see, it really looks amazing. So if at all you really want to go ahead and do the melanin more, you can continue with the process. So I'm going to come and brighten this image a little bit because it looks so dark. As you can see, I'm going to go in for around 44 for this image. So let me group everything we have done. Click shift and select your layer 1, Ctrl G on the keyboard. So for this image we did the dodging and burning, color grading, the eye whitening, and we did the frequency separation using Mr. Brush tool. So I'm running from ronnixphotography, and if you have learned something from this video, kindly hit the subscribe button and don't forget to leave the like and drop your comment in the comment section. And yeah, thank you for watching. Till next time. So let me show you guys the before and after for this video before I can let you guys go. So this is the before, after, before, after, before, after. You can see how amazing it looks. So I'm Ronnix from ronnixphotography. Till next time.